Hi, Jason.
Hello.
I'm glad to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you as well.
So looking in my notes, I am remembering that we talked about your promotion last time
Yeah,
and all that that means for you in terms of your life and how it's affecting you.
yeah. No, yeah, there was the promotion. Um, but
Okay. You were telling me how excited you were about it last time. And so I'm curious how that's going for you and when it starts.
mhm. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty excited, but to be honest, I think last session you kind of said something that I don't know, it just kind of felt a little off to me. You kind of mentioned that like I got the promotion probably because I was better at like math than everybody else. Um, obviously I'm Asian, but I work in like the HR department, and so it just really didn't kind of sit well with me.
Wow. I do remember saying that, and I didn't realize that you worked in HR. I that must have felt really off-putting. Um, Tell me more about your position and what you do. I would like to know more.
Yeah, of course. I think it just kind of helps, like even that you just kind of acknowledge it kind of makes me feel a little bit better just to talk about it. But yeah, I just work with people, so I manage hiring and training as well as like disciplinary action. Um, and yeah, but I am really excited for the job promotion because I will be making a lot more money. Unfortunately, I will have to be like moving quite a bit. Um, and so yeah.
Wow.
Mm,
That's a great step up for you in your life. And I just wanted to validate and tell you how much I appreciate you bringing that up. That was very courageous of you. And you're totally right. I made an assumption that I shouldn't have made. Um, so I totally take responsibility for that. I can see how my my assumption hurt, kind of hurt your trust in our relationship.
yeah. No, thank you for saying that because like I've just kind of felt like dealt with microaggressions growing up and like moving to this country. And so, we've been working together for a little bit now, and I've kind of felt like opening up a lot because it's been like a really safe space for me. And I feel really comfortable talking to you, and I feel like I get a lot out of our relationship. And so, yeah, it was just definitely a little bit harder um,
Yeah,
for that.
that makes me sad because we had really been developing a trusting space here, and knowing that I did something that kind of hurt that and made you feel less accepted, it bums me out. So, I apologize for that insensitivity and really not thinking about my own um, internal stereotypes. So uh, I definitely want to hear more about, you know, your path in HR and what this is going to mean for your life.
Mhm. Yeah. I definitely like enjoy my work. I definitely feel passionate about being here in this position that I just got promoted to. Um, I think sometimes just kind of like the cultural differences between me and like my coworkers can kind of be frustrating just because we kind of come from a bit of a different background, as well as like a lot of times it's just not addressed. A lot of times people would just, um, like fail to notice like the racial differences. It's like everybody knows it, but nobody will bring it up. And so, yeah, I think that's really why I've just been struggling with like kind of the microaggressions from people lately.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, and it doesn't help that it also happened in your therapy session
Mhm.
as well. Um, so I really appreciate that you're educating me a little bit more on this, and I am really anxious to hear more about how this affects you.
Yeah, yeah, of course. And I definitely understand that like not everybody will understand exactly what I'm going through. But it just really means a lot to me that they'll like take the time out of their day to ask questions about it and like what it's like for me. Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I am interested, and you're right. I can't really know exactly what it must be like to work in like corporate culture where you feel like, people kind of misunderstand you.
Mhm.
And I'd like to hear more about that. Like, how does that come up for you at work? And
Yeah. I think like when I'm experiencing it, I think it just kind of makes me more angry than anything. Just because I really can't stand when people like assume things about me. Like I do my best not to assume things about other people. Um, but yeah, like I said, I moved here when I was like 10, and so I've kind of been dealing with these like microaggressions for the majority of my life. Um, and yeah, I guess it just doesn't, it's not fair to me that I get treated differently just because of where I came from.
I agree totally. And you were strong enough to bring this up with me. And there might be instances like that where hopefully it can be talked about. It's a bummer that you have to deal with it. It would be nice if people could recognize um, when they say things that are hurtful, but oftentimes they don't.
Mhm.
Um, and so I think it's really awesome when there's the opportunity to address it
Yeah.
openly.
Yeah, I really think like if all my coworkers would be willing to address it with me, like maybe bring it up, then I feel like it probably wouldn't feel so weird at work, right? And I probably wouldn't
Yeah,
with so many like assumptions or problems. So yeah.
yeah, for sure. Well, I really appreciate the opportunity to have, talked about this. And I hope that in the future, if I ever say something insensitive like that, I'm completely open to hearing from you how it made you feel, because I really do care about how I make you feel. I want it to be completely okay for us to say anything to each other, even if we are worried it might offend the other person.
Yeah. Okay. I'm definitely open to that.
Great. Well, congratulations on your promotion. And I hopefully next time we can talk more about how you're going to settle into this new position and ways to feel more like you're part of the team.
Yeah. Sounds good. Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. How did well, I don't know if I'm supposed to ask you how did it feel? Okay. So I'll identify what it was like to be the client.
Mhm.
It felt good. Definitely like, I don't know. I haven't experienced a lot of microaggressions. And
Mhm.
so just kind of in the role play of feeling you addressing it felt really good. Like, especially
Mhm.
after I like brought it up, I think it was very like, it's very reassuring that you were there and you were present and willing to talk about it. Um,
Mhm.
and so that definitely felt really good. Um, Yeah, and then I really liked how you like brought it up at the end of the session as well. I don't know why, that just kind of made me feel like okay, like it's still like not she's not concerned to talk about it, but
Mhm.
willing to bring it up and willing to have like open conversation about it. So I thought that was really good as well.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Yeah. So I think offer suggestions to improve. Did you feel like pretty like caught off guard when I brought it up so quick.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
expecting it would be me. So on one hand, I was grateful because it made the entry to it
Yeah, okay.
easier.
I know I went off game plan a little bit, so
Uh-huh.
I wanted to ask if it was because I brought it up at a different time, then we kind of like,
Uh-huh.
okay,
No, I was actually, and then of course, yeah, it felt a little nerve-wracking because it just happened all of a sudden.
yeah,
And I was thinking, oh man, I should have brought it up. Like to have the
okay,
client bring it up on you
hmm,
feels different than you bringing it up and kind of eliciting it with the
right,
client because it's generated from you. To
yeah,
have the client generate it, it does feel a little embarrassing, you know? It's
yeah,
like,
yeah, okay.
you
Because I could,
know,
yeah, I could definitely tell. Like I saw you kind of scrambling a little bit. I wasn't sure if it was because we didn't really talk about me bringing it up or not. So sorry for that, but
no, no, don't apologize. I really think it was good because that's something that might really happen. Like,
yeah,
it might, somebody might feel really like jarred for a second to have a client bring that up when they were completely not aware that they had said something like that off-putting for the client. And so yeah, I think it was perfect. And I think the fact that I felt like I was scrambling, that's actually good because in real life, if you're caught off guard, you're just caught off guard, right?
but I think you definitely like at first you were like, oh, we're like this is happening, but then after like a second or two, you definitely like compose yourself, and then you brought like I don't know, you delivered it very well, I think. So
I mean, the first thing I think I said was like, yeah, you're right. I did that. I remember that.
yeah, like the
And
acknowledgement.
I mean, if I were the client, I would want somebody to acknowledge that it happened.
Mm,
Because then you don't feel like you're the only one who,
yeah,
saw that it happened. Like to have somebody just acknowledge, yeah, I did that. I feel like that's a really huge thing. Like, you're right, I did that.
yeah,
So
okay,
I
yeah.
would
That's
want.
all. Oh, sorry, that's all the feedback I've got. But
Yeah, okay, sounds good. I mean, the progression of the whole thing just didn't go as I thought it would. I felt like we dove quickly into it
yeah,
and then it went away from it for a little bit and then it came back to it and it just sort of was an up and down like experience. So, you know, I guess this stuff is messy, right? It's not going to be linear. So, all
okay.
right, I'll stop recording.